What's happening, beautiful people, and welcome back to another video. Today's topic is mental health part 2, taking charge of your focus. If this is your first time here with me on the channel, welcome. My name is Vincent Ramos. I'm a Los Angeles-based health coach, and for the last 15 plus years of my life, I've dedicated myself to helping people realize their fullest and highest potential through fitness, health, nutrition, and personal development practices. Now today, like I said, we're diving into mental health part 2, taking charge of your focus. I don't believe that in all cases you have to unpack all of your trauma or peel back every layer of your psychology to begin to improve your mental health. But you do need to take charge of your focus, which is the only thing that we have 100% control over, is where we put our attention. Now, in today's technology and entertainment and content-driven world, there's an infinite number of offerings for you to put your attention to. So it's ever so critical for you to dial it in and choose wisely. Now, something as simple as reflecting on what you're grateful for. I always say that having a good morning practice, right, is the best way to start. When we wake up in the morning, we are a blank slate. And what we embed in our consciousness at that particular point in time, it kind of sets the tone for the way the rest of our day is going to go. So first thing in the morning, something as simple as reflecting on what you're grateful for. I also think it's important to reflect on your regrets and your worries and putting them in the right context and kind of sorting them out in your mind and acting on things that are giving you stress. I do believe that a lot of stress comes from simply not acting on something that we have the capability to act on. So not suppressing any of those things, your regrets, your worries, your stresses, bring them up to the surface, contextualize them properly, and then act on them is critical, because suppression of all that stuff does in fact cause mental dis-ease, which leads to physical dis-ease. Reflection of your intentions and who you want to become, what you want to experience, and how you want to add value to this world can again really help you learn more about yourself and heal you from the inside out. And then as you shift your perspective and begin to make progress, you may notice that more deeply seated crap will come up from the past to be dissolved. And in many cases, something as simple as just saying some of this stuff out loud to get rid of that internal poison can be really, really effective. Whether you say it out loud to a therapist or someone you trust for some alternative perspective or some validation, or just during your self-talk, or nowadays you just get on camera and say it out loud to the world during social media, to potentially connect with other people that may be experiencing the same thing. But just getting any of this internal poison out of your system may be necessary for a lot of people who have in fact changed their physical exterior, right? Their physique, their physical surroundings, their lives, but still feel like they have a chip on their shoulder related to their past. And then also using your imagination. When it comes to your focus here, using your imagination and mental pictures is also paramount in re-engineering your self-image and improving your mental health. Getting a crystal clear picture in your mind of the you that you would like to experience, and then deciding that in every scenario, in every aspect of your life, you're going to act as that person would, act with that level of confidence and poise all the time. Because the reality is everything that we already experience is a product of our imagination. So we might as well direct those mental pictures in a way that serves us and our highest good, and in a way that will create the highest possible outcome for our lives. And again, using the imagination consciously takes a little bit of will, takes a little bit of practice, but the more we do it, we begin to tie in a positive level of emotion with those mental pictures, giving it a greater sense of realism until it just is. So all in all, focus, right? Like we talked about in the beginning of the video, we have an infinite number of options to be focused on. First thing in the morning is a critical period of time because you're a blank slate. So are you going to get up in the morning and pick up the cell phone and begin to put a bunch of external crap and information that has nothing to do with your life, a bunch of the drama that's going on in the world? Are you going to put that into your mind and let that continue to compound the stress and the falseness of life into your being? Or are you going to take a moment to reflect on things that you're grateful for? Take a moment definitely to reflect on things that you regret and things that you're anxious about, and put that in the right context and act on it accordingly. Take a moment to reflect on your identity that you want to create and what that identity looks like and what that identity, the impact that that identity is having on the world at large. And then use your imagination, use those mental pictures, find a relaxing place Dr. Maxwell Maltz talks about it in that book, Psycho-Cybernetics, that we spoke of in the last video. Find a relaxing place that you can go into, the theater of the mind, and visualize, right? Use your mental picture and imagination to visualize the you that you are wanting to create, the you that is truly inside, the you that is independent of external, the people's opinions and societal beliefs and norms and cultural norms and things like that. So choose what you focus on. It's an imperative aspect of mental health and the self-image, and it will do you good down the road. If you found this video useful, which I certainly hope you did, please like, subscribe, and share with family and friends. It helps me spread the good word far and wide, and I look forward to catching up with you guys in the next video.